Friday today, which means one thing, it's titty day. I'm going to take you through today a day of what I'm doing and what I'm eating when I'm getting a double drill of sessions, getting lifting and running. Today's session is supposed to be chest. I'm still following the Train With Me program from the app, but because I'm not going to be able to train tomorrow in the last couple of weeks, sorry, I've only been training 4 weight sessions per week just because of stuff that's been going on in life. I'm going to do a bit of everything upper body today, apart from arms, just because they grow and make me look like a T-Rex. Also just sipping on, still taking the nootropics, my protein pre at the moment. Because I enjoy having my coffee and a read in the morning, so I don't want to get too stimmed, so the nootropics just helps me focus without the big massive kick of caffeine. Still weight training fast at the moment, so what we're going to go and do is we're going to go to our session. It is currently 9 AM. The session will be around an hour. We'll get home, have something to eat, and then stop it. And then we'll run later on. So the workout was done. I'm just making the staple of the day, the daily goat ball. It's now 12 o'clock. As usual, I'm still fasting. Just adding some impact whey to the mixer to keep it sweet, a little bit like me. You probably noticed that at the start of that workout that I did before, I started with calves. That's because 1, I have calves like a 6-year-old girl, and 2, after speaking to my physio the other week, one of the things that she mentioned is, as when you're running, you should be able to do 20 single calf raises per side. And my right side, I can't do that on the injured side where I've got the hamstring injury, and I think that stems back to where I broke my leg, but broke my tibia when I was a lot younger, and I had to tie that side. So I'm starting a lot of sessions, like I have been, doing some calf raises just to strengthen that. But now, we're going to whip up the daily. I'm not going to show you for this one because you've seen it many times, but the ingredients you see laid out, we've got some other toppings, jam, we've got the powdered peanut butter, cinnamon, blueberries, apple, some frozen fruit's going to go in the mixer. We're going to whisk it all together, and that's going to be meal 1. So we have to have a new addition to the daily oat bowl, which is custard. And it's an absolute game changer, to be fair, although I think the ball's probably risen significantly over time to probably around 600 or 700 calories now. And the custard though, to be fair, I rather like custard, so it is a complete game changer for literally like a couple of blobs of 30 calories. So the bowl continues to develop. The thing that I'm still not really doing at the moment is not really counting calories. I just roughly guesstimate in my head from time spent counting calories. I can eyeball stuff. But this one's always a win for me because it's very filling after I've trained, and I get a good hit of carbs and protein in with a bit of fat as well from the powdered peanut butter and the normal peanut butter. So I'm going to slam this in, and then we're going to start the day. Hello Big Man, yeah, so with this week's check-in, I've been through the metric updates that you sent over and through the message that you've dropped into the chat box, dude. Great week overall, positive week in terms of training. So I'm just finishing up doing some one-to-one client check-ins for the week. I still have a handful of people that I work with on a one-to-one basis as a side to the Micro School app as well. So I don't really advertise it online anymore because it's just a group who've been with me for a while, and then everything else to do training and coaching wise is done through the MCS app, which is the all singing, all dancing. I'll leave the link in the description for you to check that out. There's also, what I'll do this week is I'll actually leave a 20% discount code into the membership for the app so you can check out on the cheap. On today's agenda, today's like a bit of a content day. So obviously I'm filming this YouTube today. I'm going to do tidy up my socials on my desktop, start some editing, edit some Instagram and TikTok footage. If you're not following me on there, make sure you hop over and check it out. And then I'm planning to probably go on a run, maybe around 3 or 4ish. Take one now. I want to try and get something else in to eat first probably, but not eat anything too heavy before I go for the run, because I'll just end up with the bobbing dog, which no one wants to see. I'm going to get a bit more work done over the next couple of hours, and then also Monster's going in. Caffeine intake at the moment, probably around, I have the coffee in the morning, 200 milligrams, other candidate, 200 milligrams. I think the pre that I took today is probably equals or brings me up to around 500 milligrams a day. So the average human being, male or female, I think applies to both. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. Is 400 milligrams per day is the average consumption for an adult. Obviously, I like to think I'm a little bit larger than the average adult, and my tolerance to caffeine is a little bit higher. So at the moment, day to day is around 400 to 500 milligrams, but Monster's just hit different. Hey Google, play Drake playlist.
Okay, check out this YouTube music station based on AM/PM series, Lyrical Series Drake.
I'ma make you mine tonight, pulling your hair, baby. I feel you breathing on me, on you. You know that I'm a selfish lover. When it's mine, I want it. One track mind for it, for you.
So I'm just getting ready to pop out for a run. It is mega windy outside today, to the point where I'm a little bit scared to be running against headwinds, but we're going to get out and get it done. Probably be a short one today, probably keep it like 8 to 10k. When I say short, that's just like obviously short in comparison to what I'm training for at the moment, with training for the marathon and then potentially something else this year, which is quite far off. So I'm running a free train vest, just so I can put my phone, my house keys in there, free train gloves, and then I'll always just pop the Oakleys on as well. Just simply due to the fact that even if it's not sunny, when all grit and wind and stuff's in my eyes, it just pisses me off. And I feel like I don't talk about my Fabletics gear enough on this channel, because Fabletics have been my clothing sponsor for like the last 2 years now. This is one of the Fabletics running hoodies. It's like a lightweight one. Fabletics short, and I've just got some Lycras on underneath because it's cold today. As always, popping in the airwaves just before, it helps open up, I say breathing canals then. This is my airways. And I'm gonna probably pop a podcast on, grab my headphones, and then we'll get out and get after it. This is what I mean by windy, by the way. Look at this, and this is like pleasant compared to before. I'm also not going to take you with me on this run and record any footage because I'm going to push the pace a little bit, but what I am going to leave you with, last week I went down to the Gymshark HQ Lucy because they were doing a Gymshark run club, and I went round whilst we were running the 10k loop and just asked people why they run. I'm going to leave you with some of the answers that I got from some of the people who were running on the day. It was an epic day, by the way. It's a sick vibe and a good day and a good way to start the day.
You up in paradise up above. If you will tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again.
I run because, why do I run? I started in lockdown, like probably everyone here, because I wasn't getting that satisfaction from what I would normally get from lifting weights. And I just fell in love with it, and I never ever thought I would like it, ever. I never thought I'd be able to run. I remember I couldn't even like run a kilometre when I started. But then just completely fell in love with it, and I think the runner's high that you actually get is a legit thing and it's kind of addictive.
Hey man, talk to me.
Why do I run? I run for 3 main reasons. Number 1, because it literally clears my head and puts me in a good mood for the rest of the day. Number 2, because my diet's so bad and I eat so much that when I run I burn the calories, so I kind of stay at maintenance all the time.
That's also
And number 3, because I was really bad at it and now I'm kind of good at it.
I guess it helps with CrossFit. But you have to be good at like all round things, don't you?
So you're doing like shorter stuff, aren't you, basically?
Yeah, so I'm 9 times getting like yours.
But yet you're lapping us.
Well, I'm not. Did you come through a gap?
We just snuck through.
The challenge. Yeah, the challenge, and like, to be fair, I don't want to go too deep, but I used to always run to like punish myself and like punish my body.
Like I said before.
Yeah, but now I'm like a complete different mindset and I'm actually running to just feel like empowered and strong and like, yeah, that's a challenge. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was hard, but it was good. Wait, stop. It's a stress reliever. It makes me happy and it's really challenging for me.
Post-run fueling. So I'm just banging some Uncle Ben's in the mic and we have a tin of tuna. The broest meal of all time, and then I'm gonna throw an avocado in there and go wild. But I'm one of those people who's really impatient when I'm waiting for food and I can feel myself getting the shakes and custard was just calling. Custard the way to my soul. And there we have it. We've got our, I'd usually have chicken with this, but I was too lazy to go to the shop and forgot it. So we've got a pack of long grain rice, a tin of tuna, and then a full avocado mixed in. And then I'm just gonna put some sauce of life, a hybrid sauce, burger sauce. I'm really weird at this because I put the tuna in mixed together, put the rice in, then put it back in the microwave because I need my food piping hot, otherwise I'll just eat it too quick. So around 800 calories probably, rice 600, rice 400, tin of tuna, and avocado. By the time I whacked it and topped it with sauce, probably about 850, 900. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this, chill. I'm actually trying to find a download for iMac. Does anyone remember the game, Age of Empires, number 3 specifically? That was my jam. I'm trying to find it just so I can watch and sit and play, basically. Also, I just thought I'd show you around where the current man room is up to. So, wrong one. Spotlights are in. So I put the copper filing toppings on them, circles, the other week. And now this whole room has been painted green. They were the walls that you saw me and my dad putting the wooden pieces on to create that 3D old school effect. And then all the rest of it just painted green this week, including the ceiling, which I think makes it look quite cool. Lucy's also just bought me this cool whiskey spinner as well to go in my whiskey collection. So it's coming together. This room will probably take me a couple more weeks to get finished. I want to get a TV on the wall, get a PlayStation up, get some seating. Got my cigars in the humidifier over there. We're pretty much there. But this evening, some other plans have come up. So this is the good thing about like running and lifting and me being active and doing this kind of prep, is that my mate texted saying you fancy to go to the pub and then coming to ours for the heaters. So although I said before my food is usually very boring when spontaneous stuff comes up, I feel a lot less guilty for doing it like I used to with food guilt and trying to stick to stuff and stick inside the calorie remit, whereas now I'm a lot more flexible with it and I can enjoy more of life. So, time for a yeast fermented beverage and some chicken heaters. So, the day is done. I'm just going to finish off this caramel cookie Oppo Brothers. As if this was established until 2014, by the way. I remember this first came out, and the first version literally tasted like piss flavoured ice, and it has dramatically come on since then. We're going to finish it off with a little blob of peanut butter on top. unfortunately my crunchy nut one, which is absolute 7 out of 7, which you've probably seen before, is all run out. So we're down to just the normal sunpat stuff, but we move. So today probably finishing off on around 3,000 calories, which is what about I'm aiming for at the moment. And then tomorrow me and Luce have got a half marathon in the morning. So then we're going to go out for a nice tomahawk steak, something nice like that to top the meet up, which is what we usually do on a Saturday anyway. And then that's me done for the day. If you enjoyed the video, like it. If it's your first time visiting my channel, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.
Gun finna jump for this shit, all top when I speak.